And the ex-Manchester United manager, sacked a month ago, has hinted his former employers need to make big changes. The Portuguese has spoken out today, although he is still gagged from speaking directly about United. The club and Mourinho's representatives are in ongoing negotiations over his payoff. But discussing the different approaches behind the scenes in modern football, he has highlighted United's flaws. The Red Devils intend on bringing in a sporting director with work with their next permanent manager. Mourinho was not keen to work with one going forward and was axed in December after a turbulent second half to 2018 at Old Trafford. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has proved a real hit since succeeding him on an interim basis until the end of the season. United have won all 6 games since Mourinho's departure, but he has suggested how the club are not up to date with the footballing world. In the modern world, modern football, news is when you have problems, Mourinho said on Bein Sports. And in modern football, I don't like to say that it is the problem between the coach and the player. I think it's the problem between the coach without the structure behind him and the player. What I want to say is we are not in the time anymore where the coach is powerful enough to cope and to have a relation of education and at times confrontation with players who are not the best professionals. Coaches these days need the structure, they need the club organized in a certain way, where instead of being a manager or head coach cannot be anymore a direct relation between the player and the coach. This creates, step by step it will arrive in a situation where you must have hard decisions. And who do you blame? The club without the structure, which creates a situation where the player is not anymore in a situation of a direct relation with the manager, but instead a relation with the structure. A club must have an owner or president, a CEO or director or executive, a sports director or football director, and then the manager. And this is a structure that can cope with all the modernity that football brings us. For me, the club must be very well organized to cope with these type of situations, where the manager is only the manager and not the man that is trying to keep the discipline and trying to get the players. United Executive Vice Chairman is in the midst of conducting a thorough search for the club's new permanent manager, as well as identifying a sporting director who could be appointed before the summer. In terms of the Old Trafford hot seat, Star Sport understands Tottenham's Mauricio Pochettino is still United's first choice, although Solskjaer is a serious candidate now too.